Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Here I make book related videos. So if you're interested in books, do subscribe to my channel and do not forget to hit the bell icon so that you get notified every time I post a new video. In today's video, I'm going to talk about 15 empowering female fictional characters from books. People choose their role models from all walks of life. And if you are a bibliophile like me, chances are that even fictional characters from books may be your role models. Reading has been my favorite hobby. And ever since childhood, I have looked up to certain characters for inspiration. From all-time favorite classic characters to some new voices in young adult novels. Here are 15 empowering female fictional characters from books to inspire you and to motivate you. The first character is Hermione Granger from the Harry Potter series. Hermione is perhaps the most famous reader in modern literature. She is all about books and cleverness. She makes reading look so cool. Also, she is super intelligent and super motivated. Her love for books and learning is indeed an inspiration, and so is her loyalty towards her friends and her courage in face of the challenges. In the course of the series, Hermione transforms from an eager, bookish 11-year-old to a bold, confident and loyal heroine. The next character is Matilda Wormwood from Matilda. Matilda is the protagonist of one of the most famous children's books. Matilda is an avid reader whose best friends are to be found in library. She is a child who has realized that adults may not always be right. She knows that adults may be wrong, but books never are. She taught me that reading is truly magical and knowledge is power. Next is Elizabeth Bennett from Pride and Prejudice. Elizabeth Bennett is the stubborn and witty protagonist of the popular Jane Austen classic Pride and Prejudice. She is beautiful and brave. She is the second oldest of the 5 daughters in the Bennett family, and like her sisters, she is expected to marry for status and money, but not for love. However, to remain true to her ideals, she is willing to remain single, a concept that was practically unheard of at that time. Elizabeth doesn't hesitate to speak what is on her mind. She is not status conscious. She is a smart and intelligent woman who is not afraid to get what she wants. Also, she is beautifully bookish, who reminds us that books are the best accessory. Next is Hazel Grace from The Fault in Our Stars. Hazel Grace is terminally ill. Initially, she focuses on death and believes herself to be a ticking time bomb. But then she meets Augustus and her life transforms beyond words. She experiences the magic of love and friendship. She knows that she is subjecting herself to heartbreak, but that doesn't stop her from being open to love, and this is something that I will always keep close to my heart. The next character is Bridget Jones from Bridget Jones' Diary. Bridget Jones may make a fool of herself, but she always holds her head high. Her insecurities and social mishaps don't prevent her from seeking a successful, happy and fulfilling life, both in personal and professional spheres. Next is Lisbeth Salander from The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Lisbeth Salander is one of the fiercest characters I have ever seen in books. She is a totally twisted character. Her life is spent in being manipulated and others trying to control her. Yet she stands her ground and takes the control of her life back in her hands. She lives by her own rules and sticks with what she believes in. She is tougher than an average person because she has to fight for everything in life. Next is Luna Lovegood from the Harry Potter series. Luna Lovegood comes across as an eccentric and everybody mocks her, but she stands up for her beliefs. She embraces her individuality and doesn't feel the need to conform to the norm just to fit in the school. Next is Katniss Everdeen from the Hunger Games series. As the heroine of the dystopian Hunger Games trilogy, Katniss Everdeen is the contemporary icon. She is strong, determined and fiercely loyal. She doesn't hesitate to sacrifice her own life to save her loved ones. She is bold and courageous. She proves that in spite of your background, you have that spark in you which can ignite change. Next is Elinor Dashwood from Sense and Sensibility. Elinor Dashwood is level-headed, responsible and kind. She is the only one in her house with a practical approach to life. She knows that things aren't likely to go her way, but still she remains kind and compassionate. She is prepared to live in misery for the rest of her life if it means that her family is going to be happy. Next is Scarlett OHara from Gone with the Wind. Scarlett OHara is beautiful, young and headstrong. She makes some terrible mistakes when it comes to love, but she survives them all. She doesn't lose courage in the face of challenges and fights against all odds. No matter what, she fights for her family. Scarlett is often considered as highly manipulative and spoiled brat, but her flip side reveals a strong and powerful individual. The next character is Jane Eyre from the classic Jane Eyre. Charlotte Bronte's Jane Eyre is an unconventional character for the Victorian era. She is an orphan who is employed as a governess and falls in love with her employer. Her strong-mindedness and individualism makes her so appealing to the readers. In spite of her hard life, she chooses to live life on her own terms. She never compromises with her beliefs. She is a well-developed character who is far ahead of her times. The next character is Hester Prynne from the Scarlet Letter. Hester Prynne is beautiful, but her beauty barely compares to the strength of her character. She doesn't break down even when she is publicly humiliated and punished for committing adultery. Instead of hiding or leaving the town, she decides to confront the self-righteous people of the society. In spite of all the adversities she faces in life, she remains who she is: strong, kind, proud, and yet humble. Next is Jo March from Little Women. Jo March is smart, impulsive, argumentative, and willing to do anything for her family, including chopping off her hair to raise some cash. Also, she is a writer and a voracious reader, so that's awesome. Jo struggles with and defies what society expects of women during the 19th century, and that makes her one of the most daring heroines in literature. The next character is Coraline from the book Coraline. Coraline is incredibly brave and imaginative, two traits that we should all encourage in our children. I love her for teaching us life's most important life lessons. Grass may be greener on the other side, but the blades may cut twice as deep. And also, there is really no place like home. And the last character is Nancy Drew from Nancy Drew series. First introduced to the readers during 1930s, Nancy Drew was a path-breaking character because she wasn't just a pretty sidekick to the male detective. She was a smart and intuitive protagonist who was charged with solving mysteries and hunting criminals. No matter how many times Nancy was kidnapped or trapped in dangerous situations, she was always back for an adventure. 175 to be precise. So these were the 15 empowering female fictional characters whom I find inspiring. Which are the female fictional characters who inspire you? Do share with me in the comment section. If you have liked this video, please like, comment and share. And if you want more bookish content like this, please subscribe to my channel. Until my next video, bye and take care.